Stephanie Smissen.
I'll take that off. Remain standing, raise your right hand, face the clerk.
Do you solemnly swear in the test when you're about to give this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may be seated. Please state and spell your first and last name for the record.
My first name is Stephanie, Stephanie. Last name is Smissen, Smissen.
You may proceed. How are you employed?
I'm employed with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
And what is your job title?
I am a senior crime scene analyst.
We just had a crime scene analyst testify before you. How long have you worked as a crime scene analyst?
Almost 8 years.
And you're a senior crime scene analyst as well?
Yes.
And so that means you're allowed to go to more complicated scenes because of a demonstrated proficiency and experience?
Yes.
When crime scene analysts assist detectives with search warrants, can you describe what your responsibilities are at that type of scene?
Yes, so generally we'll document the crime scene, and we do that by taking notes, we take photographs, we collect evidence, sometimes we'll process for fingerprints, and then at the end we'll generate a report.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach the witness? Mr. Dasketchens?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you some photographs. The first one is State's Proposed 217. Do you recognize what's depicted in that photograph?
Yes.
And is that the location where you served a search warrant on September 7th with detectives?
Yes.
And then I'd like you to look through this series of photographs, which is State's Proposed 254 through 310. And tell me when you're done with those, please. with respect to 254 to 310, are those a fair and accurate depiction of the location of the search warrant as well as items recovered from the search warrant?
Yes.
State moves to admit those exhibits or those photographs? And then with respect to 217, is that an outside view of the location for the search warrant?
Yes.
State moves to admit 217. Now, as the crime scene analyst on a search warrant, are you searching as well as the detectives?
We generally leave the searching up to the detectives.
Okay, so they search the particular locations, and then where do you guys come in as crime scene analysts?
Once they find an item of interest, they will ask us to go to that location and photograph it, document it, or collect it.
Okay. I'm putting on the overhead what's been admitted as states 217. Do you recognize that location?
Yes.
Is that 9624 Spanish Steps Lane?
Yes.
Did you know whose residence this was?
Yes.
Whose residence is it?
Robert Teller.
Okay, and that's, a search warrant was served there on September the 7th with detectives and yourself?
Yes.
You said the detectives typically are doing the searching and you document where various items are found photographically?
Yes.
And then what happens to those items after you document them photographically?
We can collect it and bring it back to the lab for impound or further processing.
Okay. I'm putting on the overhead what's been admitted as states 254. What area of the residence are we looking at in that photograph?
This is the kitchen.
And there appears to be an open drawer on the right side of the dishwasher.
Yes.
What of interest was in that drawer,
There were several items inside of that drawer.
such as?
Scissors, I believe a knife was in there as well, or a
Okay.
box cutter.
I'm putting on the overhead states 255, sort of a closer view of that drawer. Is that fair?
Yes.
And there, it looks like there's a pair of black scissors, maybe a box cutter, and then some gray scissors?
Yes.
This is states 256. Is that a closer up view of those items?
Yes.
Were those items collected and impounded by you?
Yes.
With respect to those items, did you do anything in terms of further processing them for the presence of blood or DNA type evidence?
Yes, they were all swabbed for possible DNA. The scissors, the gray ones, were swabbed for apparent blood.
For apparent blood. I'm putting on the overhead states 259. Those are the gray scissors.
Yes.
And what is the notation that we see with the AB5, the bright pink?
The pink sticker is just a scaled sticker to show an area of interest, the area that I believe to be apparent blood.
Okay, and those are, these are things that you processed yourself?
Correct.
You swapped? Do you recall a pair of shoes or like half a shoe and a whole shoe being collected at that scene?
Yes.
I'm putting on the overhead states 263. Do you recognize that shoe?
Yes.
And was that one of the shoes that were collected at that search warrant?
Yes.
And this is states 268. What are we looking at in that photograph?
This is a partial shoe that was also located
Okay.
and recovered.
And were you the person that swabbed the shoe and the partial shoe for possible DNA evidence?
Yes.
I'm putting on the overhead states 274. Is that upside down?
Yes.
All right. What are we looking at there?
These are multiple pieces of like white, gray, rubber pieces.
And did they appear to be like pieces of a shoe?
They appear to be that way, yes.
Okay. Did you swab those items as well?
There was one that I swabbed.
And why did you swab a particular item?
There was a small area of a reddish brown stain on one of the pieces.
Okay. I'm going to put on the overhead states 275. Zoom in. Do you see the area that you swabbed?
Yes.
And usually, I think there's a mouse up in front of you. Are you able to point that out for the jury?
Oh, where'd it go? I don't know where the mouse went.
Okay, well, how about,
Okay.
Is that the area?
Yes.
Okay. I'm now putting on the overhead states 277. Let me back out. What are we looking at in that photograph?
This is a Ziploc bag that had more of those rubber pieces that were gray, black, and white in color.
Okay, and did you make some attempt to put some of them together to document what the cut pieces might have been before they were all cut up tiny?
Yes.
This is states 280. And what are we looking at there?
This appears to be the tongue of the shoe that will depict the brand, the size.
So it's like a Nike shoe.
Yes.
I'm now putting on the overhead states 282. What is that photograph?
This is a picture of a Sprouts grocery bag containing multiple pieces of a cut straw hat.
This is states 284. Is that the hat?
Yes.
And this is states 285. It looks like you laid the pieces of the hat out.
Yes.
Did you do any swabs on that Sprouts bag itself?
The bag, yes.
Okay, and what was the purpose of swabbing it?
For possible DNA.
And how about on the pieces of the hat? Did you swab them?
No.
Let me. One second. Were all of the different pieces of the hat impounded?
Yes. Thank you.
And lastly, I'm putting on the overhead states 306. What is that item?
This is a duffel bag.
And was that collected in the search warrant as well?
Yes.
And so you would have photographed that and impounded that as well?
Yes.
If I could have the court's indulgence for just 1 second. Okay, thank you. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Cross-examination?
Yes, thank you. Ms. Smissen, when you arrived at the residence, what time was it?
At the residence was about 9:30 a.m.
Who else was present when you arrived?
There were homicide detectives, patrol officers were there, personnel from the crime scene analyst section as well.
Okay, how many other crime scene analysts were present?
There was a crime scene analyst supervisor that was present, our director was present, and myself.
So 3 crime scene analysts.
Correct, when I arrived.
Did others arrive prior to your getting there?
Crime scene analyst?
Yes.
No,
So you were the first,
correct,
and the others arrived after you did.
correct.
Which detectives? What were the identities of the detectives that were present when you arrived?
There were a handful of detectives that were present. Are you looking for names?
Yes, that's my next
Okay.
question. Yes.
There was Cliff Mogg, Justine Gaddis. I'm blanking on some of the names, but I want to say Edgar Nahum was there. Brittany, I'm forgetting her last name, but there were numerous detectives that were there.
Do you recall the number of males, females?
As far as detectives,
Yes.
I do not know exactly the number, no.
Okay. You generated a report in reference to your involvement in this case,
Yes,
and you didn't include the names of the detectives in your report?
I did include, I just don't know off the top of my head how many.
Okay. Was it only homicide that was there?
No,
Okay. You agree with me that Metro's divided into various details, groups that investigate certain types of crimes, fair to say?
Yes,
Generally, there's a principal detective, or basically the one's in charge, and then that person delegates various responsibilities to various people.
yes.
If you recall, who was the primary detective in this case?
It was Detective Justine Gaddis.
Okay. And what other homicide detectives did you interact with in reference to your investigation and collection of evidence in this case?
Her, Cliff Mogg. Again, I'm blanking on names, but may I refer to my report for
Okay,
names?
please.
I apologize. I did not happen to write their names down in my report.
Correct.
I
So
apologize.
again, we don't know, do we? Because you didn't write it down.
I apologize, yes.
Fair enough. We know homicide was there. There were other detectives from other details, correct?
Yes.
There was Metro Intelligence there, correct?
I'm not completely sure.
You're not sure. So we don't really know who was on this scene where you were collecting evidence and having evidence handed to you, correct?
As far as evidence, only I interacted with homicide that was handling off, so intelligence was not handling off evidence to me.
That you're aware of, but we
That
don't
I
know
am.
for sure, do we? Fair to say?
Yes.
Now, in reference to you reviewing these drawers, was your attention drawn to what to photograph or what to document within the kitchen area of this residence?
Yes.
And who was it that directed your attention to those drawers?
I don't remember specifically which detective, to be honest.
Okay.
They were all searching at the same time throughout the residence and usually were pulled in different directions.
Fair enough. So there's a fair amount of chaos going on, correct?
Yes.
On the pair of scissors, and I believe it was State's Exhibit 217, there appeared to be what may have been blood on those scissors, correct?
Correct.
And you documented that, you preserved that.
Correct. Yes.
And then that went on to another department to analyze, fair to say?
Yes.
In reference to these shoes, you didn't actually find the shoes, but you were directed by another detective to document or to photograph the pieces of the shoes, correct?
Yes.
You don't know who that was, correct?
I believe that was Detective Nahum that directed me for the
Okay.
shoes.
But you agree with me, you're not sure as you sit here today, are you?
I do remember specifically the shoes, yes.
Okay. But there was more than one, correct? There was bags, I mean, there was multiple particles to these shoes, correct?
Yes.
And they were located where in the residence?
There was a couch in one of the living rooms, the northeast living room, and it was underneath the recliner portion of the
Okay.
couch.
But you were directed once these pieces of these shoes were found to that area, correct? You didn't actually find them, did you?
That is correct.
Where were you at when you were summoned to go and find these pieces of these shoes, or to photograph these pictures of these shoes?
I'm in the residence as well with the detectives, catching up on notes.
What room were you in when you were summoned?
I'm not sure exactly which room I was in.
What time were you summoned?
I'm not sure about that as well.
Same questions concerning this hat that was cut up. You were summoned by a detective to come and photograph the hat, correct?
Yes.
That hat was cut up in pieces, correct?
Yes.
You don't recall where you were at when you were summoned, do you?
I was somewhere within the residence.
Okay, and how large was this residence?
It was a standard 2-story residence.
How many bedrooms?
There's one downstairs. I believe there was the master bedroom upstairs and 2 children bedrooms upstairs as well.
Did you diagram the residence?
I did not diagram the residence, no.
How many square feet was the residence?
I am not sure.
You arrived at the residence a little after 9 o'clock is your testimony?
Yes.
What time did you leave the residence?
May I refer to my report?
Please.
I left at 7 o'clock at night.
Okay. So
Oh,
what
I
time?
apologize. I left at 1:18 in the afternoon.
Okay, so you were there for approximately 4 hours.
Yes.
Fair to say you were in multiple rooms, correct?
Yes.
Did you ever go into the backyard?
Yes.
Side yards?
Yes.
Front yards?
Yes.
There were times while you were at the residence you would have walked out on the street, correct?
Yes.
So you're in and out during this 4-hour period, correct?
Yes.
You're not paying attention to who's there, who's not, fair to say?
Might not have noticed everybody that walked through. There's just so many people there that day.
Exactly, there were so many people, correct?
Yes.
Thank you, I have no further questions.
Yes. Do you know what a CAD report is?
Yes.
What is that?
It is the details of an event that is generated once somebody calls into our dispatch. As the dispatcher is receiving the information, they type that into the CAD event, and those are just all the details from that event.
Do you have to tell the dispatcher when you're going to a search warrant?
Like when we get assigned?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So you would have had to radio in or log in and say that you're going to this particular location?
Yes.
And so you would be in a CAD report as someone at that location?
Yes.
You mentioned that, you discussed on cross-examination with Mr. Draskovich that there was no diagram done in this case, at this location. Is that correct? This was a search warrant, right?
Yes.
It's not a crime scene?
Yes.
You're looking for evidence?
Yes.
Or the detectives are. Diagrams are at crime scenes to note where particular items of evidence are. Is that fair?
Yes, they're generally at the original crime scene.
Okay, not at search warrants,
Correct.
because items could be hidden and obviously placed there by defendants. Items in a house are placed or under the control of whoever's in that house. Is that fair?
That's fair.
So their location may not be accurate.
Sorry, could you?
Their location, I guess, that's a bad question. Their location could be manipulated.
Potentially, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, in reference to the manipulation of these items, they could be manipulated by who's ever in the residence while you are, correct? Law enforcement.
Generally, once I arrive to the crime scene, I will photograph the scene before anybody moves anything or touches anything, so the photos that I have are in its original state as we arrived.
As you arrived, but then you would testify that you were summoned to come and photograph these various items of interest, correct?
As they're located, yes.
Yes, but you weren't doing the locating, correct?
Correct.
Same question concerning this bag, specifically State's Exhibit 306. This bag you did not find, did you?
No.
You were summoned
Yes.
with all the people coming in and out, correct?
With the detectives, the homicide detectives and specifically.
Or other detectives, whoever else was in there with law enforcement, fair to say?
Yes.
Thank you, no further questions.
No,
Okay. Thank you very much for your testimony here today. You may step down. You are excused from your subpoena. Thank you very much for being here. This time, you may step down. At this